Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again. And on today's episode, I have a story for you here today of a wife who essentially destroyed her own marriage by having an affair with some dude. Now, her husband finds out that she has been, messaging back and forth with this co-worker. She's been having months of hidden conversations with this dude, and he has to divorce her, right? The wife is having an affair and she destroys her own marriage. It is a tale as old as time. Okay, it is titled, I checked my wife's phone records on New Year's Eve, and what I found changed everything. So I believe this is an article that was based off of a Reddit story. So let's jump into this one and see what it was about. A devoted husband noticed strange behavior from his wife on New Year's Eve. He never expected it to lead to the unraveling of their 6-year marriage. A gut feeling led him to check phone records, revealing months of hidden conversations with a mysterious number. As he dug deeper, the truth surfaced. His wife had been emotionally and possibly physically involved with a co-worker. Now, let me just say this, guys. If you discover that your wife or girlfriend, is out here secretly messaging some dude, I think it's safe to assume that she was probably physically cheating with the guy as well. A lot of guys are like, oh, well, maybe she's just talking to him. Maybe everything's fine. It's not fine. The women have to go and you have to divorce their ass. Now, that being said, you can stay with the woman and you can continue to get cheated on if that's what you would like to do. But my recommendation is to immediately remove these parasites from your life if you discover that they are cheating on you. Right? I don't care if you're a man, don't care if you're a woman. They have to go. Absolutely. So the wife had been, secretly messaging and talking with a co-worker for months. It's quite often it's a co-worker, by the way, guys. Like, women absolutely love to have these affairs with co-workers. Because again, they're around these dudes all the time. And of course, the men will make a lot of these guys will make moves on the woman and she'll eventually say yes if the dude is attractive enough. So let's continue here. And New Year's Eve is supposed to be a time of celebration, but for one Reddit user, it became the night everything fell apart. His wife had initially asked to go out for a single drink with a trusted female co-worker. Nothing unusual. Again, women who go out and have drinks with their girlfriends is a huge red flag. I don't care what anyone says, man. There's so many gaslighters on the internet. They're like, oh, you're insecure. Your wife should be able to go out and drink with the girls and all of this stuff. Yeah, absolutely not. Now, guys, I'm not married, okay? I think marriage is an absolute scam. But if you have a wife who is going out there and having girls' nights out, chances are that is not your wife. It's insane to me how people think that this is nothing unusual and that this is totally fine. I think it's ridiculous. It's very disrespectful. So she's going out for a drink with a trusted female coworker. I don't know what this dude means by trusted, like trusting a woman's friends. I mean, good luck with that. He had no reason to doubt her, especially since she promised to be home before midnight to celebrate with their children. Okay, so they have kids too. Here's the thing, by the way. I don't understand what goes through these men's heads. Okay, but women can cheat before midnight. I don't understand what this logic is. Oh, well, as long as she's not out too late. It's like, you understand that the time is technically irrelevant. The woman could cheat on you at like 11 p.m. Okay, it's incredibly disrespectful to the marriage. It opens up a lot of risk. And it doesn't, like, dudes are like, oh, well, if I tell her she has to be home by midnight, it's going to be fine. She's out in an environment seeking attention from men. I don't know, that this whole time stipulation seems really stupid to me. However, when the clock struck midnight, she was nowhere to be found. She barely had enough time to get home after the ball dropped, he recalled. When she finally arrived, she was distant, emotional, and in tears. When he asked what was wrong, she claimed that she was upset because she wanted to continue celebrating at a friend's house. Yeah, because that's totally normal, right? Your wife returns home after being out with a friend on New Year's. She's crying, and the reason she's crying is because she wanted to stay at the party. Like, come on, what about this would evoke you to start crying and breaking down? It's so silly to me. Again, guys, the plausible deniability is just hanging on by a thread at all times with these women, isn't it? they'll just say crap, and as long as it sounds remotely good, they'll just run with it. Hey, oh, I'm in tears because I'm sad that I couldn't continue celebrating. Shut up. Just shh, stop talking, you know? Holy hell. Trying to be a supportive husband, he encouraged her to go out and enjoy herself. Oh my goodness. Unaware that this simple act of trust would lead to the biggest betrayal of his life. Hours passed, and by 3 a.m., his wife still hadn't returned. He called her, but there was no answer. He called again, still no response. At this point, a deep sense of unease set in. He reached out to the friend she was supposedly with, only to be met with silence. Finally, a text arrived. Yeah, I'm still coming home tonight. We're still drinking. Something felt off. His gut told him something was seriously wrong. Unable to shake the feeling, he decided to do something he had never done before. He decided to check the phone records. Okay, it's wild to me how dudes will be like, you know what, this very suspicious behavior has set me off, right? I'm super concerned about this situation. My man, the fact that your wife, wants to go out and party on New Year's by drinking alone with her girlfriend or friends is all you need to hear. I don't understand why these dudes feel the need to do the extra digging. You know, they're like, oh, let me look at the phone records. But as far as I'm concerned, the moment a woman does this, it's already over anyway. She's clearly up to no good. This is not something that a respecting wife would ever do. Like, if the woman actually respected your marriage and she respected you, do you really think she'd be engaging in this behavior in the first place? This is the equivalent, by the way. This is very similar to like a dude being in a marriage and going out there to script clubs, shall I say. You know, and the wife is like, oh, as long as he's home by midnight, it's totally fine. These women are going out here because they're seeking male validation. They're seeking male attention, right? Your wife is out until 3 a.m., my man. I don't understand why we're being supportive of this nonsense. As he scrolled through the call logs, his stomach dropped. I found another number I was unfamiliar with that she had been in contact with all night, ignoring my calls but texting them in between. Digging further, he found this wasn't just a one-time occurrence. Over the past 3 months, his wife had been in daily contact with this number, sending hundreds of messages. My goodness. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. His wife had been having an emotional affair. This guy is so stupid. Oh my goodness. He's like, I figured it out, guys. My wife's having an emotional affair. No, she's having a physical affair as well. Like, they get so close. You know, these guys who don't know any better, they don't understand what's going on. They get so close, don't they? They're like, oh my goodness. And you're like, what? And he's like, she's having an emotional affair on me. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, brother, you are so clueless and naive. You are so close. She's just cheating on you. It's not an emotional affair. The woman is clearly cheating on you. The wife's out till 3 a.m., ignoring the husband, okay, ignoring his calls, his texts, but texting and calling this guy, sending hundreds of messages per day. And this guy's like, wow, I finally caught her emotionally cheating. My man, she is doing a little bit more than emotionally cheating. Like, these guys just want to believe that their marriages are totally fine, right? They really want to buy into the lie and the nonsense that society and women tells them, that they need to be a supportive husband of this kind of thing and just put up with everything. Complete lies, man. Fueled by evidence and heartbreak, he confronted her through text. Instead of responding calmly, she raced home, immediately deleting everything from her phone. She wiped it clean. No backups, no history, no way of knowing the truth. Pretty sure if he was looking at the phone records, he could still see this, I'm sure, right? Unless she wiped the phone records herself, but I don't know about that. Despite her frantic behavior, she insisted that nothing bad had happened, or nothing had happened. She confessed they flirted a lot, but they never met up. Nonsense. But when he challenged her to restore the deleted messages to prove her innocence, she refused. That's a violation of my privacy, she told him. My man, the writing is on the wall. It is clear as day, okay? The woman will not restore the messages. She clearly has been cheating with this dude. And what are you going to do? Okay, let's just assume that it was just an emotional affair and, you know, some flirting online. That's still grounds for divorce as far as I'm concerned. If she wants to flirt with dudes, hey, let her return to the streets. She can go out there. She can pay her own bills. You know what I'm saying? Like the marriage was over anyway, regardless of the degree of cheating. You know, this is kind of like being a criminal, guys, and you go out there and you've got multiple felonies. Okay, this is the difference between like having 3 and 10 felonies. You know, like 3 and double-digit felonies. People are still not going to want to hire you. I don't see why this is any different, man. You know, if you go to a job interview, okay, and you've got 1 felony, chances are they're not going to want to hire you. I think that's, you know, that's probably a wise decision, typically from the business owner who, you know, you're looking to get a job from, okay, or the person interviewing you. If you come along with 10 felonies, they're still going to refuse you. I think that men should operate the same way, guys. 1 strike, you're out. Especially if it's a wife, man. Like, this is so deeply embarrassing. It isn't even funny, man. It isn't even funny. Like, oh, but she's your wife. She should get more chances. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Like, it's actually the reverse, in my opinion. You know, your wife goes out here and does something like this, man. Like, how are you ever going to move forward from this nonsense? So, he immediately told his wife that he wanted a divorce. Excellent stuff. That's when things took an even darker turn. She became enraged, lashing out verbally and even getting aggressive. She demanded that he leave, despite the fact that he was the primary provider and paid the rent. Oh no. Oh no, madam. Get the hell out. The next morning, she attempted to act as if nothing had happened, claiming she didn't remember their argument. When confronted with the phone records again, she finally admitted to some level of emotional involvement, but swore they never met in person. His family's response only made things more complicated. His parents pressured him to stay and work things out. Yeah, no thanks. His brothers, however, were adamant, leave her, she's lying. This internal conflict tore at him. I don't understand as well, man, how these dudes, they're so influenced by other people. They don't have an internal compass that tells them, hey, this is a red line. Like, this is a line in the sand. She crossed it. I'm going to leave her. I don't care what other people say. You know, I don't care if, like, your family comes in and tries to tell you to stay, or your brother tells you this, or your cousin tells you that. This should be like just a flat out decision that you make regardless of what people tell you. I don't understand these people's decision making, man. I really don't. Should he try to save the marriage for the sake of their children, or should he walk away from someone who had already betrayed him? The thing is, the marriage is already damaged beyond repair. That's the thing. She broke it. It's not, like, guys will always be like, maybe I should, you know, maybe I should be the bigger man and try and stick and you know, make things work. And this is a perspective that I used to, you know, have a bit of an understanding of, or like, maybe you should make it work for the kids but have no involvement with the wife. But at the end of the day, the wife is the one who damaged it beyond repair. She's the one who screwed it up. If you leave, like, honestly, it's she's the one who destroyed it anyway. Like, what are you going to do? Stay in the household, pretend like everything's fine? Like, the kids are obviously going to understand that the marriage isn't really a marriage. Let's keep going here. As weeks passed, the evidence continued to mount. Text messages between her and her friends had large chunks missing, suspiciously deleted from the same time frame. Photos stored on her Google Drive taken on New Year's had also been selectively removed. Then came the final damning clue. For a 2-hour window on New Year's Eve, the messages between his wife and her co-worker stopped completely, only resuming at 3 a.m., the exact time that he began calling her. He knew what that meant. My gut tells me she left her friend's place and went to his, he concluded. Again, I don't know why this dude needs to, like, continue to see evidence, right? This is not going to give you closure. Yeah, I don't understand. The dude just keeps digging for evidence. The evidence was there the whole time, my man. From step 1, it was over. As the reality of divorce became imminent, his wife panicked. Suddenly, she was showering him with attention, initiating intimacy tenfold, and giving him access to her phone and social media accounts. But it was too little too late. She begged for forgiveness, saying she instantly regretted telling the co-worker that she loved him, but the damage hadn't been done. Funny how she sees infidelity as a mistake that lasted 3 months, he noted bitterly. So here's the thing. So she's doing all this now, and the reason why is because, number one, she doesn't want to pay her own bills, okay? So she's trying to keep the marriage together, not because she cares about the man, not because she cares about the children, not because she's like a good person or anything like this. No. The reason why the woman is trying to hold together the marriage is because she does not want to have to go out there and be independent. She doesn't want to have to pay her own bills. She doesn't want to have to work. She'd rather be able to sit at home and rely on the dude to do this, okay? Secondly, the reason why she's now giving full access to her phone and social media accounts now is obviously because she's deleted everything. Of course, she's comfortable giving access to her phone and everything once she's deleted all the evidence of them. Like, this is very simple stuff, guys. Like, women are like, oh, see, I'm being open and transparent after they cheat on your ass and then delete all the evidence. Hilarious. In his state, a 1-year separation was required before divorce could be finalized. He arranged for his wife to move in with her parents while he stayed at home with their children, supported by his brothers. Her desperate pleas continued. She even tried to use intimacy as a bargaining chip. She offered me certain stuff I can't say here on YouTube for the rest of our lives if I stayed, he revealed, but it wasn't about physical affection, it was about trust, something that had been permanently shattered. I love how the women try to use intimacy as leverage, by the way, on their husbands. Like, they'll go out here and they'll have intimacy with some random dude, they'll cheat, no problem, but when it comes to their husband, they use intimacy as leverage. It's completely disgusting. Despite losing contact with most of his family due to their disapproval of the divorce, he remained steadfast. His focus now was on his children and his own well-being. I'd love to say that I'm over it all, but I'm still healing, he said. I really did love her and wish that things had turned out differently. Ex-girlfriends had reached out, offering comfort, but he wasn't ready. I need to focus on myself and my kids. Bit of a sad story here. So, dude essentially gets cheated on. He's naive as hell. But at least he follows through, he divorces the woman, and he's doing his best to take care of his kids. Crazy to me, by the way, how this stuff can still just happen in like 6-year marriages, and the women will actively throw this stuff away. They'll actively damage their families, they'll hurt their husbands, not that they care, they'll ruin everything, right? These women oftentimes, they have the golden ticket, okay? They can chill at home. The dude's paying the bills. They've got a family. They've got the white picket fence, but it's still not enough. They still have to go out there and cheat on New Year's. Fantastic stuff. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.